How's it going, everybody? Welcome, Level M Diecast. We got Jada, Nano Scene today. This is the newest one. This one is the final race between Dom and Brian, where they jump the train. That is a actual train in there. It's looking pretty cool. It's a same size box as the previous one that they did, but this one looks quite more involved. You see quite a bit of parts there. Those are just two models that we've seen before, the Supra and the Charger. Nothing new there. But you do have a pretty large base, couple pieces of track, and then the locomotive and one train car. The previous one was super easy to put together. This one I feel like is probably not going to be as straightforward to put together. But it does retail for the exact same price. So if you are looking to get one of these, it is the same $19.99 that it is that the first one was. So we'll just go ahead and see if we can just pop this guy out of here. There we go. A little tray that it sits in on the inside. And a whole, sorry about that, a whole slew of parts. Holy cow. Man, there's a lot of parts. All right, we'll get the box out of here. Throw that away. Very nice. All right, this one does come with a nice instruction booklet or instruction paper. Tells you all your pieces there. There's all the pieces included there. Traffic lights and all kinds of stuff like that. Pieces and all that kind of stuff. Tells you where to put everything back here. Looks like there's no stickers to add, so that's always good. Adding no stickers. So we'll kind of go through this. So you got one bag. Does have the 4 pieces of track. This is all plastic. So we'll get this open. They are relatively thin. So I would be a little bit cautious with these, and they don't look like they connect to each other in any way, shape, or form. But we will verify that. There are all your light pieces, your traffic crossings, and all that good stuff like that. It's all printed up, which is really nice. Didn't expect all of that, but that is a pretty cool feature. So we'll get these pieces out of there. So there is a street light. They are plastic. They are relatively wobbly. But they are printed on 2 sides, which is pretty nice. So we've got that street light. There's another identical one. Not exactly, but identical. This one has like the turn light in it. And for some reason, it's significantly smaller than the other one. So that's kind of weird. And then we have a train crossing, which actually works. So that is super cool. There is no print on the railroad crossing. It doesn't say railroad, but I think that's a pretty fair compromise. It is printed on both sides, so the lights and the cross beam are printed on both sides, which is pretty nice. These are 2 little connectors of some sort that will hold a couple of things together, so we'll set those down. That looks like it's going to hold the traffic or the street lights. There's a street light there. There is a single one printed up. There is a some type of flap of some sort. This is like a gate or something like that. We'll see what that's for. Just one of those. And then the last couple of pieces in here are just some additional cross beams. So looks like there's going to be quite a bit more assembly than initially thought. And then this bag has pretty much everything else in it for the most part. So we'll just get this out of there. I guess you could just pull the little strap off the top if you wanted to. So this looks like the cross gate or the crossing where it goes for the road. Those are 2 pieces of plastic molded together, so that looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. Again, it doesn't really look like anything connects to each other, so we'll see how that goes. Another little tiny piece of track here. Again, doesn't look like anything connects, but they are different pieces of plastic, so that's actually kind of a nice feature. Let's see here. Sometimes the plastic opens, sometimes it doesn't. And then this is like a dirt area or something like that. And then this is part of the street. There's a manhole cover. There's the curb right here. This is all really nicely printed up. It's kind of like airbrush printed. It actually looks pretty good. I really like the details on that one. And then this is the last part of this bag. So we'll get this open. Get the last couple pieces out of there for the industrial bagging. It just doesn't want to come apart. Here we go. Get the bag out of here. Another piece of the kind of road section here. You can see it is textured up, and it's actually a different level and stuff like that. These apparently will snap together, whatnot. That's more than likely where a street light or a traffic light goes. One of the two. One more piece here. So this diorama set's going to be probably pretty big. This is the train car. One of the train cars. This is quite large. Like really, really big. Significantly. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But this one is a like a 2x4 hauler, a wood plank hauler or whatever. It does just have just simple connections on each side. These do not rotate. The wheels move, but the trucks themselves, they don't move. So this wouldn't be able to like go on anything other than just a completely straight line. So we'll set that to the side. Now we'll get to this guy. There is the fancy way to get this out of here, so we will just unscrew those. I really like when they do this. It's much, much easier for the consumer, in my opinion. So that takes the base piece off. That piece is no needed. This piece of cardboard is not needed. We'll slide those out of there. Get those away from the studio. And then there is the train, the actual locomotive. It is all plastic. But it is printed up pretty nice in the front. Those look pretty good. There is a hitch in the front. Again, the trucks themselves don't rotate. They don't move. But the wheels do rotate. Just a real simple connection in the back. It looks okay. It's super light. It's super light because it's all plastic. So it's like really, really, really light. So let's go ahead and see. We got some tape on the bottom. So we'll separate the tape. There we go. As everything fell off of the other side. Get the rest of the tape off. Plastic piece. There we go. And there we go. All right. Now the cars do have this little stand on the bottom. There is the stand on the bottom that does not look to be permanent. So you can remove that, and then there you go. So you could theoretically put whatever cards you wanted on here, but this is the exact same ones that we've seen from all of the situations of the Nano figure cars and whatever. Neither one of those are new for any reason whatsoever, which is unfortunate. All right, so this is a ridiculously complicated build. So we're just going to go through this. Pretty obvious where some of this stuff goes, I believe. Maybe not. All right, here we go. So this one obviously goes right there. So that just clicks in the bottom. Little spots there. The plastic is not the greatest quality. I'm going to be careful with those. You don't want to break that part of it. So put it on a nice hard surface. There you go. This is the cross section here. So this is going to go on the other side. This is going to go on this side, I believe. Let's check our prophecy here. It doesn't really specify exactly where everything goes. It sort of specifies where things go, but not exactly. So this piece here should be that piece on the top, which is number 6, which is not molded on the number. But that should be number 6. That little piece with the cross section there. I don't know if I had that piece. Oh, that's 2 pieces together. Okay, so. Okay, now we sort of kind of making sense. So this little extra piece here goes right there. It doesn't specify that's particularly. And then this piece goes to the top here, which goes on both sides. So it connects both sides right there on the bottom. Of course, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't specifically specify that's how those go over there, which is kind of a little bit of a pain in the butt. But then on this other side, got more connections here. The good thing is you got 2 and then you got 3. So obviously 2 will go here. which should be relatively simple. And then your 3 should go here. So sorry about that, trying to keep that on the picture there. So we'll get our 3 on there real quick. Apologize about all the shadows. This is very, very involved. And then your track piece here for the crossing will go underneath there. Pretty straightforward. I think if you were following the instructions, it might make it even more complicated than it really should be. It really should be relatively simple. So there you go. Now we have our basic layout for the intersection. This direction, that direction. You see it does come with these cross beam things that are already destroyed, and they are clear backed. So my assumption is you could swap these out potentially. So this has a couple of holes in it, and we're going to see where the accessories go. So now it claims that the tracks do connect together, but we'll do the tracks last because the tracks are definitely going to be something that's a little bit more time consuming. So there is your fence. This is the last piece of the fence to go on there. Looks like it goes maybe this direction. There we go. So they made the, they could have just made the scene a little bit smaller and avoided all these extra pieces, but I kind of get what they're going for. I guess it's all right. It's all right. All right. Now we have a traffic light, which doesn't specify number. Again, you have one larger traffic light. This one's the bigger one, or this one's the smaller one, and then this is the bigger one. But it doesn't necessarily specify which goes where. So there is the instructions there. So the cross beams are swappable. That's why you get extra ones. You don't have to have them on there. The little connector pieces that I talked about, those are right there. Apparently those go down in the middle here. These are supposed to be like maybe manhole covers or something. Not exactly sure what these are for, but oops, popped it right out. So that's where that one goes. Get that turned in there. Okay, so there's where those two pieces go. They just fill that in for whatever reason. Now, based on the size of the street light back here, there's a street light right here. I'm going to assume that the smaller ones are going to go in the back. So we'll take our smaller street light. Just goes right there. There we go. Got our street light on there. These are cross beam sections, so I don't know if these ones come off of there. Looks like those ones are permanent, unfortunately. So you will have to swap out the beams itself. The traffic lights, let's see here, we got this traffic light, we got the big traffic light. The big traffic light, I'm assuming, is going to go here. It's a really tight fit. They are notched, they're flat on one side. So there we go. Got our traffic light on that side. I know it looks a little bit weird, I do apologize. And then we'll take our other street light. I think it might be able to go on this side, which it can. But for some reason it's only got a traffic light for the opposite direction, which is interesting. And then we have the two traffic light, or the two street lights. So street light is going to go backwards potentially. Maybe it does not go there. Let us consult the oracle. So it has one street light on the outside there. And where's the other street light? There's one street light right there. I guess the other street light's in the intersection potentially. Nope, it's not in the intersection. Interesting. Well, this one goes here, so we'll put that one right there. There's an open spot here. Not sure what that's for. Is that for another? Is that for another cross beam? For another It does not specify. These are not very good instructions, I will tell you that for sure. There we go. So single light over there. Oh yeah, I think I missed the, okay, I got that one. So I got those. It shows another cross beam thing right there. Would that be in the front? I'm assuming maybe that's right here. You're supposed to put one right there. See, it doesn't make any sense. So this is a bigger hole. That one has to go there. This one is fixed. I guess it would make sense to put this here. Oh yeah, there it goes. Oh, it's super, super sketch. I guess it's supposed to go there, but that, I mean, that doesn't really cover the intersection. I mean, it's kind of crappy looking, in my opinion. That doesn't look good, but that's definitely the way it's supposed to be, so you can get your two cross beams there. But it does go up, which is all right. As far as the train goes, the train just sits on there. It does go on the tracks. It doesn't roll on there all that well, but it does go on there. As far as the track sections go, I have no idea how these were supposed to connect here. So let's see. Oh, I think this one is just not a very good mold. Try something different just to see if they go together. There we go. There we go. It is ridiculously small. They're supposed to connect just like this. There it goes. All right. So there's the one. It's up off the ground. It's just the way it is. It's kind of weird looking. Move the cars out of there. And then we're just going to set the other one over here because this is not very dynamic, in my opinion. It's a little bit rough, to be honest with you. But I guess it is what it is. I mean, you see this train car covers the entire intersection. It's quite large. And then when you put the train with it, just put him down, if it even connects. There it goes. So there you go. There is your jump with the train kind of there. See if we can get that in the shot. I mean, that's essentially what the deal is. Take that off real quick. It looks okay. This thing is like, it's not that good, I'll be honest with you. If you spend a bunch of time to get this thing like just really set up right, it probably will be okay. It's a cool idea, but you know, nothing sits like super flat. This doesn't really roll per se, and there's nothing to hold the train tracks up, so the train tracks just droop down, as you can see. It just doesn't look very good. But again, you get a couple extra train tracks, so you can put a couple on the other side, and enough to cover your train car from the other side, so there's at least one train car. It is big. It is very, very big. Bigger than my knife. But there you go. There it is. That is the Nano Scene, the newest Nano Scene, the final race. It's a thing. It's a thing. Not a huge fan. I will probably try to spend a bunch of time to get it set up perfectly fine, and then I will never touch it ever again, because yeah. But anyways, there you go. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know if you're going to pick that up. That does retail for 20 bucks. Pick this up at Target. You can also pick it up at Walmart. Real time, guys. Real time. That's how we do it here. So we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Catch you next time on Level M. Peace.